Yeah, go for it, man. We're just going to do a little instructional video here for our students out there. My members up in Raleigh. All the YouTube people that watch us. Your members in Delaware, at Mapledale. And everybody else that wants a little putting tip. First of all, the first putting tip is what we're doing here. Chris Brocious, PGA Professional, Greg Grex, a PGA Professional, is talk a little bit about this EyeLine putting mirror, which to me is by far the best instructional training aid without having one of us watching you putt or a PGA teaching professional watching you putt. You can actually train yourself to do a lot of things correctly if you use the putting mirror, because you can't get your eyes in the right spot, or if you don't know if your eyes are in the right spot. And then two, the EyeLine putting mirror also does a couple of great things. Well, one, I'm going to come up here a little bit closer on Chris here. Is I'm going to look down on the putting mirror. Is it does a couple things. One, it helps the putter to stay on a good path. Hear that ball go in. Two, you can basically keep the putter close to the mirror, so you're not picking it up too quickly, or you're not slamming it down into the putter at a bad angle. And three, it gives you an absolutely perfect path. So if your mirror is not aimed in the right spot, this putt has just a little bit of break, and it's pretty straight. You can see that if you don't have the putting mirror lined up in the right spot, well, you can't make the putt. And then all you have to really do, what do you have to do? Really just mostly concentrate on a good tempo, right? Once you get set up correctly.
Yeah, I'm just trying, when I use this EyeLine here, just trying to get set up correctly.
Yep.
And,
just get comfortable.
Low and just
swing it. Swing it. Get the speed of the greens.
Set up and everything else just kind of falls.
Chris has always been a good putter. When we played high school and college golf together, one of the things that he was really good at was his short game. But I remember those days like it was yesterday, and he used to spend endless hours on the putting green and chipping and putting. Back in the day, I'll say this laughingly to everybody out there, I could hit it by him off the tee, but he always beat me when it came to the short game. Right? So here we are now. I'm a teaching professional, and we talk about the focus of working on your short game and your putting and your chipping. So I'm going to come over here now, we'll videotape it from this angle. But again, these are the things that we emphasize as PGA teaching professionals, is working on your putting. And we'll stand here in Port St. Lucie for what, hour and a half just on the putting green doing this? Yeah, make sure Chris said you probably couldn't hear him from where I'm standing. Make sure that the putting mirror is aligned properly, so that again all you have to do is focus on your technique. Watch how nice that ball rolls on these greens here at the Legacy. We're at the Legacy Golf Club here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Our fellow PGA professional, Danny Visconti, is the head pro here. He's an awesome guy. We've been friends with him for a really long time. We come down here for the annual PGA Merchandise Show in Orlando. And he lets us come over here and just practice a little bit here the day before we head up to Orlando. Pulled that one just a little bit, yeah. So again, not to get off the instructional tips that really help. The first thing is you can go right online to eyelinegolf.com, I believe. These putting mirrors only set you back about $30. It's the best $30 you could ever ask to spend. Work with it a little bit. Go online, maybe see some tips on how to use it, but pretty much I've covered most of that. So Chris is getting his eyes in the right spot, focusing on his setup. There we go, good putt. And then really from there, is if he gets set up in the right spot and he gets comfortable with his body and his balance, see how nice and set up he is right here. Look at that. Gets his eyes just behind that golf ball, keeps him right there. So basically, when you swing the putter, would you agree that your feet, knees, and hips are pretty steady and your head's steady, and really you're just rocking it back and through, nice and smooth?
Tempo.
All tempo.
Not get anxious to get back to the ball.
No anxiety.
Just trying to
That's a good way.
Because once you're lined up, you pick out your target and you just try to be as smooth as you can. Once your alignment's going to predict pretty much everything where the ball goes.
Alright, one last one. Knock this one in. There you guys have it. Get yourself an EyeLine putting mirror. It'll be well worth it. Look at that. Good putt.